Do you get people come to you that they're lost, they're not sure what to do? Like, why are they coming to you?
Well, they're coming to me because, one, there's a buzz that they're considering me what we call the urban prophet, which is a spiritual term. It just simply means this man has the ability to speak into my past, my present, and future naturally, organically, and make me feel comfortable.
Dr. Antoine Jasmine is a visionary leader, author, and internationally respected prophet, leading Choice International Family Outreach Worship Center in Louisiana in the Netherlands. Known as a father to the fatherless, his impact reaches far beyond the pulpit, creating a legacy of healing, empowerment, and transformative faith.
I realized that my fulfillment came through life to seeing the lives transform as you do. You know, you pour into us and you want to see us apply it. When you see the transformation of that advice applied, then it brings great fulfillment. So you then want to bring it to the next level, and the next level, you know, not just 3 or 4, but massives of 400, 500, even 1,000 people.
You know, there's a lot of people that are passionate about helping others. That's how you got into it. That's how I got into it. Not everyone can do it as a business, right? So how did you start to build your brand, get clients, and kind of do this, you know, full time?
Well, through...
It spans the globe like a super highway called Internet. Elvis Presley. Today, Apple is going to reinvent the phone.
It's not over until I win.
The Living Your Legacy podcast for those who live to leave a legacy.
That's extraordinary. The impossible has happened. Oh, that is sensational.
Jordan. Open. Chicago with the lead.
Usain Bolt is the fastest man on the planet.
You can live your dream.
Hello and welcome back to another episode. Sat here today with Antoine. He's a life coach and entrepreneur, and we're going to talk today about how he's helping hundreds of people optimize their life, make the right decisions, and how you can do the same too. So let's dive in. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
So let's talk. What you know, there's a life coach has become a popular word, right? In recent years, and I'm always fascinated by it, right? Like, what got you into becoming a life coach and made you kind of say, "This is what I want to do"?
Well, since I was a kid, I've always been I'm the youngest of 3, always been in the field of helping others, and I realized my advice worked even as a child. So, and as I grew in a school's Christmas play, I was part of a Catholic church, and they said, hey, we don't know what to do with this Christmas play. So for some reason, the 4th grader, saved the Christmas play.
Okay. And how did that then transition into this life coaching business and journey?
Well, I realized that my fulfillment came through life to seeing the lives transform as you do. You know, you pour into us and you want to see us apply it. That's a form of life coaching. And when you see the transformation of that advice applied, then it brings great fulfillment. So you then want to bring it to the next level, and the next level, you know, not just 3 or 4, but massives of 400, 500, even 1,000 people.
And so I would love to understand, like, someone comes to you here and then they leave here. What's changed?
What's changed is, one, they get a dimension of intuitiveness about their lives. I believe we have to look into one's life, not just from a physical, but a spiritual, a soulish, just understand what that person is about or the genetics of that person. Then you can effectively give them solid answers. Okay.
And what are you doing in that process to help uncover those things?
Well, you just ask questions. You get them to talk. You give them a sense of comfortability, a friendship. You know, people trust people. If you come across brash and as a school principal, you may not get any answers. But if you come across as a best friend, usually humanity will open up. Someone will crack that shell open.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what are they, you know, are they coming, the people come into you, are they young, are they old, are they business, non-business? Like what sort of advice and help are they getting from you?
Well, it's all vastness of spectrum, not just youth. Is my oldest person I mentor is 82 years old.
Wow.
So,
well, I got to ask, what are you helping the 82-year-old figure out?
Well, she's a widow. Her husband's gone, and she needs to make decisions about her properties to prepare her for a contingency plan. And people don't like to talk about that because she's 82. She's African-American, and she's from the South, where I'm from, and she trusts me. She says, I want to set up a meeting with you. I want to discuss some things.
And you're unbiased too,
yes,
right? Which I imagine is important for her position.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and then what about the youth? Let's go the other end of the spectrum.
Youth, because of statistically, of course, I'm an African American in our community. Of course, I'm not limited to African Americans, but that's part of who I can identify with. There's a lot of, fathers out of the homes and the mothers working 2 or 3 jobs. So what's the career opportunities for that child? The only positive male figure is to see is Antoine Jasmine, not the basketball players that they can't touch. They can touch me. So they can touch me. So then I help them make decisions about career opportunities and what you want to do, and just spend a little bit of time with them to let them know, well, this may be the best decisions. And
are they coming to you weekly? How are they coming to you and working with you?
Well, because if they're underage, then it would be the consent of the parent that would subscribe to that counsel. And then from there, it could be once a week, once a month. I don't believe it take much. I know some people suggest you see a therapist every week. I'm not really a therapist, but I'm a little bit above a therapist.
You're a guide, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to subscribe medication. I'm just going to say, hey, do this, try this, and make it work. And normally it work, and they look forward to, seeing me once a month and make that work.
Good. And do you have, I'd love to ask, for the youth maybe, do you have any guiding principles? Like you help them all think about goals or whatever, right? Do you have any guiding principles that you think is really important to apply?
I think the guidance principle for a young person is, as I was in the 4th grade, I recognized my intuitiveness to fix a problem. So look within yourself and discover what is the passion, what fulfills you. It may be sports. It may be me was helping people. I love making money as a kid. So I did hustles and did stuff to make it work. So I love my own independence. So I discovered my independence. I wasn't subscribing to a job. I wanted a hustle. And now I've discovered the hustle, and now I don't work a job. Now I create jobs.
Great. And what about for the adults? What, do you get people come to you that they're lost, they're not sure what to do? Like why are they coming to you?
Well, they come into me because one, there's a buzz that they're considered me what we call the urban prophet, which is a spiritual term. I want to take the spook out of the term prophet. It just simply means this man has the ability to speak into my past, my present, and future naturally, organically, and make me feel comfortable.
Let's go.
So because of that label, then people come in and said, and then something may come to my mind. I said, what about this situation? Well, how did you know that? And just felt, it just comes that way naturally without putting the spook into spirituality. So when an adult come to me, they already know, okay, this guy's he's good at what he does. And then the other person tell the next person, just like you would say, Apple don't promote. Naturally, they hear it, you see it, the results, the proof is in the pudding.
And what are they're coming to you for decisions on their career, family, spouse, a bit of everything?
All the above. Could be depression. One young lady, she came to me, she was suicidal, and I'm not a therapist, so I can't prescribe medication. All I can do is, be spiritually intuitive and naturally grounded so this young lady can decipher being abused by her father. Type situation. So it's very, very sensitive. And now she's one of my top tier. She's in school. She's doing great. Got a job. She check in once a month and just make it work. And she's very involved on my team in the community.
Oh, that's great.
Yes, sir.
And so, I'd love to hear you see a lot of people, you help change a lot of lives.
Yes, sir.
I would say you get them moving in a positive direction.
Yes, sir.
Right? What are some key things you're helping them do to get in that positive direction? Are the core things like them visualizing, believing in themselves, words of affirmation? Are there anything?
I like you got the point. You're a therapist, man. Well, key things is this, because every person is different. So I can't give you a template.
It's hard to,
So can use a template like a therapist would, but I have to really see what their need is. One could be simply write the young lady that was suicidal. I said, this is what you're going to do. You're going to write a book about your situation. So she started writing a book, and her book is being released in April.
Wow.
Secondly, I want you to forgive your father, which that was a legal situation. He was faced with life in prison because of the nature of the situation. So that brought resolution to her. Next thing, forgive your mother. So we went through that whole process of.
But a lot of those things are based on psychological models, right? So there are a lot of great practices that a lot of people can apply, right? It might not be such a traumatic thing as that. It might be someone stole from them, right? Or a friend betrayed them, and they hold that resentment and hate for years, right? And so they're great sort of guiding principles, I would say.
Yeah. So each person is different. So we would give them some step-by-step situation, maybe a change of environment.
Okay.
It could be writing yourself a letter. It could be any given thing. The widow woman who's clearly 82 years old, she still walk with high heels. So it seemed like she's going to be around for a little while. But she sincerely, with tears, she says, Prophet, I need to know, I need to make a decision about something. I want to meet with you when you come back from Miami. I need to talk to you about something. So just a little tenderness, just a little time brings a lot. Just someone listening to you.
Well, I was going to say there's a big power, not to take away anything you do, but there is a big power in itself just from letting people speak, and they kind of like self-process as they speak, right?
Yes,
And I think that's just you kind of guide them through that process.
Right. Kind of just like you do. We in your spaces is what you created.
Yeah.
Red is the driving force. So we have a conforming to your environment, which I think is a genius. So likewise with me, you come in my environment, then I'm going to give you answers, but some of the answers going to come within you. I'm just confirming.
You're guiding the questions.
Yes, I'm just confirming was already there.
Yeah, love that. Love that.
Sir.
So let's talk a little about the business side. There's a lot of people that are passionate about helping others. That's how you got into it. That's how I got into it. Not everyone can do it as a business, right? So how did you start to build your brand, get clients, and kind of do this, full time?
Well, through I'm an author of 16 books plus, still writing, and through me doing public speeches, places, Europe, Africa, Switzerland, the U.S., places, the Caribbean, all islands of the Caribbean, pretty much. It just created, wait a minute, I can create a community here. Now I don't have to be forgotten when I leave, because you may forget everything I said. But if I write a book, then the book will be with you. And then from there, I can create a community where I can draw one-on-one with an individual through my trauma I faced. I can share my transparency with them. And normally when I open up about my life, usually it opens up their lives. So that way it created more of a business aspect from the public speaking, from the books, from I want to be mentored by you. I like you, Prophet. You're good people. And we just made it work. And we have the Zoom calls, and we want to perfect that, because I believe there's a greater catch.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm connected to you.
Good. And how did that kind of feel, that transition, building the business, getting the clients, starting to help all these people around the world? Is that cool?
It felt good. I thought I never would be an author of a book, because people kept telling me, hey,
now 16.
Now 16. And I thought, I just want one book, I'm good. And then once you start, it becomes magnetic.
Yeah.
When you make your first million plus, you realize, okay, there's a different tier. So my goal is...
You have all these ideas, I'm writing a few books now, right? You have all these like, I would love to teach all these things.
Yes.
And then this,
Yes, sir. Yeah. So it kind of spilled into that. So I'm grateful for that. And still want to perfect it more at a greater catch and just reach greater people and make this work.
Good. Love it. Love it. So last question. People are listening. They're inspired. And maybe they, I think one thing with life coaching, actually, before I get into the end, was I think people have this conception where it's only like, even therapy, right? Where it's like you only do it when you're in trouble or you're in a bad place. But I don't think that's true. Like I see, like you can be really fit and healthy and still have a personal trainer, because they optimize, you're at 95%, they get you to 97%, So let me ask you that. What's your perception? Who is life coaching for?
Life coaching is for everyone. I mean, you actually, you're coaching me in the classes. It's very intense and it's very detailed. It's very systematic, very organized. So I'm intrigued with your level of intelligence. So that's life coaching. But it comes for the hungry. If you want it, you can get it.
It's like a never-ending quest of personal development.
Yes, it's always developed. The 82-year-old still being developed. I think she should be teaching me, but I'm actually teaching her principles of life and mental health and all those challenges that comes with life.
And if you have a life coach, it doesn't mean you're in a bad place always, right?
It's just a level of, we call it mentorship, just being mentored by a trusted voice, a trusted person that can identify your DNA and just guide you or just oversight you to the next level.
Good. So then, my follow-up question to that was going to be people fascinated by this, they're interested by the idea, 16 books, all the stuff you do. It's a lot to cover in 20 minutes, but where can they find more about you, one of the books and stuff like that?
Well, the books, you can go to amjworldwide.com and any social media platform, Instagram, Facebook, Antoine Jasmine.
Cool. Well, it's been a pleasure.
Yes,
It's been a lot of fun to talk about it quickly, and it's great all the work you're doing. And
thank you.
I also love how you help a broad spectrum of people.
Yes,
and you're just there to be that guide. And I hope you guys listening are inspired by that. Whether it's either going and working and actually having a life coach, or if it's maybe you have a passion and can help people too, and you want to turn that into a business and speak around the world and 16 books like you've done. I mean, it's great to show what's possible, just if you're good at something and you're passionate about it, right? So great job to you. And guys, I hope you're inspired. Keep working hard, build a legacy, and I'll see you soon. Take care.